Does it say R8 or RP or HP?
Both.
This is the other one.
It's House Project.
Hector Project.
Oh,
Gang.
what is up, DEFFREY Jahmer?
What's up?
What's good, dude?
Life, you know, all of the above. Music. Yeah. Actually, my answer is life right now. Yeah. Everything's pretty well in my life.
Dope.
How are you guys?
Good. Chilling.
Are the microphones
Yeah.
working?
They are on.
Batteries.
Mic check 1 2
They
1
are
2.
on. We don't have background noise this time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of background noise, this is our new spot.
I dig it, honestly.
Yeah. What do you think?
I love it. Personally, I like white walls because it reminds me of my younger sister, who's like my favorite person ever. She's crazy, and her whole room at my parents' house is like everything is white.
All right, so we're on your second interview.
Cause I'm a crybaby fucking bitch, and the last one didn't have fucking sound, so yeah.
Yeah, just explain a little bit more why you wanted to go into detail why you wanted to get a second interview.
Because I feel like I wasn't prepared enough the first time, and just because of the sound, like the feedback from a lot of people that went to watch it, were like that had a lot. Like literally the most common sentence I got told from every person that I got feedback from, which was like 14 people, whatever. But like every single one of them was like, it had so much potential. It had so much potential. I just wanted to hear what they were saying, you know? So it was more just like viewer purpose. It was like I got asked to do so. And also I'm a crybaby and want things to be perfect.
Yeah, no, we were kind of like in a different situation back then.
No, hell yeah.
At Station 1640.
It's sweet.
We
You
were
guys,
supposed to be inside, but that interview ended up being outside. There was like construction or some shit
I
going
liked it
on,
though. I
that's
liked
the show.
It was dope. Yeah.
the ambient, like
Yeah, the
lighting.
darkness, we had
Yeah,
that fucking little candle.
dude.
going on in
If the
middle.
microphones worked, I would have been like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we're here.
I
What's
like
new?
it.
What's changed since then? It's been what, 2-3 months.
I was thinking about this today. What's changed? I have so much music. My homie who came with me today, we met recently and have been collabing on a lot of stuff. I tried personally to slow down on collabs, but like me and him, you know, you kick it with somebody who's your friend and you make music, you can't just call it your own. But like the music we've been making is actually more laid back. But it's still rhythm, you know. I like lo-fi stuff a lot, like low fidelity stuff, and I don't know, just combining two forces like that is pretty cool. So that's a recent thing, but that, like, to piggyback off of that, just music. Like I literally have I've been locked in my personal cave at my house, in my mental cave, like going through just a bunch of bullshit with like moving, new friends, old friends, you know, just like normal life shit. But it all funneled into making music. You know what I mean? Like I think when we last spoke, I was literally like I was straight up in a writer's block trying to get Ramona Flowers finished. That was like the ending of the last one, the interviews. What can people look out for? And I was like, I have a track coming, Ramona Flowers, and like that track became so good in my opinion that I've like put it on the back burner so far down the road that I have like 9 or 10 other tunes that I want to release before that. Like in 2 weeks I'm gonna release a tune called Gara. Being that I'm very anime based, especially Naruto, just because I like base most of my music off of Naruto right now, just because I worship Naruto, but I consider myself anime based. Anyways, I'm trying to build a portfolio or like a big folder or a lot of tracks, solo and collabs, that are just like strictly Naruto samples based, sampling melodies of characters, theme songs, stuff like that. You know, it's just like a fun road I'm skipping down at the moment. But yeah, so that being new, the only track right now, other than the homie Jake right here that I have that's not Naruto based, I think. Yeah, is Yoga Fire with Lazy Flex. That's like the street.
That's a good one.
Hell yeah, that's street. It's Street Fighter. We were just sitting there kicking it, and like it kind of just happened, like literally just happened. Like I went over there to hang out. We did have the intention to work on music, but like I'm always stuck on like, can we just like do something Naruto? And like he was like, let's just go for it, and it was like the first. Pretty sure it was just like the first sample we heard, or like the first like block of or chunk of samples we had, and they just like ran with it, and it came out pretty cool. Other than that, I have personally a track called Log that's like my favorite at the moment. Gara comes out in 2 weeks, like I said, I think. After that, I have a collab with Frosty, shout out Brian, I love you, called Zabuza. I have I just started a new track last night called Shinky, which is, he's a Boruto character. But yeah, dude, just music, literally. I've been like I touched on it briefly before. I've been making a lot of like trying to make, because I'm very rhythm based. I've been trying to make like more melodic, still rhythm, so you can like almost like a Ben's Mixer kind of feel. You know, he does like a lot of like melodic.
Yeah.
Feels to his tracks, but they're still heavy in my opinion. But you know, I want to like find that equal, like almost like experimental bass rhythm lo-fi like mix, but like that's not DEFFREY Jahmer. I'm just like going through this like life change, like, and I keep saying life change, and I don't think I've said yet that it's like totally positive. Like I quit smoking cigarettes, like I'm like trying to eat better. I got new friends, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, all my old friends are still there. It's just more understanding in a sense. You know, I learned recently that like that like the industry is like very cutthroat.
Tough.
Yeah. So, and it's a fucking very, 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 very fun experience. But it can also, excuse me, I shouldn't even say it can also. It is also extremely, like, business oriented. You know what I mean? Like, if there's one person that, like, is extremely part of, you know, the business part, you know, I keep, whatever, saying extremely, but, like, you have to, like, watch out, you know what I mean? You have to, like, completely know what you're doing. And like, I fell victim recently to, I think, not really knowing what I was doing all together, and I had like my good friends like, hey, you know what I mean, like do X, Y, and Z so you can stay positive, you know, in all aspects, mentally, personally, and like musically, and I think that was like really helpful. So that, I think all of that to say, that's where like all my music, where recent and music came from. I totally beat writer's block, and I'm like writing music pretty much every day at this point.
We talked like not too long ago, and you were kind of thinking about possibly rebranding. Is that still going on? Or
Yeah, I talked to like a really like, you know, somebody that I kind of like look up to, and I've heard a lot about, and he's important, and he's part of Disciple. And we just briefly chatted, and it struck me because he approached me basically. Well, he didn't approach me. I was in front of him. But what I mean by that was I knew who he was, and I didn't know that he knew who I was. But it excited me, you know, at first, because he was like, hey, you're DEFFREY JAHMER. And I was like, holy shit, you're talking to me. And he was, you know, the next thing out of his mouth was like, have you ever thought of changing your name? Because it might offend people, and, you know, there might be somebody from back in the day who gets offended. And I totally understand that. And I've literally thought about it since the beginning. My artist name is a joke that started with my mom because she likes serial killers for God knows what reason. But fascinated with the mind. But it just made me think, you know. And I think when we last spoke about it, I was like fresh off of that conversation, and so I was like totally like in a cycle in my head, like, should I do it, should I not, should I do it, should I not? And like a lot of people tell me I shouldn't, but I know that I could, and I have a good name of like what I would change to and everything. It's Naruto based, and of course, because I'm a loser like that. But I think it'd be cool, you know. I think it would fit what I'm trying to do now also. I don't know if I should say it. I don't know if I want to say it. But it's cool. I base a lot of my music and my platform and what I wanted to like base my music and where I come from off of Orochimaru.
Mhm.
My Naruto fans out there know, but so it would be a name, kind of a derivative of that, but not the word Orochimaru. There's a hint right there. But yeah, the whole rebranding thing was I've wanted to rebrand for I think like a year now, and it was just like, I think it's just like a thought that like, you know, me caring about what other people think, and that's like so not me. So
do you feel like if you change your name, you might regret it later? Like, oh, I shouldn't have done it because I only wanted to do that because somebody told me to do it.
That's what I meant by it's not me, you know. And it's like when you become an artist, especially somebody like you're, you know, trying to be of importance and trying to like people please and make music that people like and stuff, you don't want to offend anybody, but also at the same time, like artist wise, and especially me personally, like this may sound backward, but like you don't want to please anybody except for yourself, because then at that point, you know, like I don't go on stage and play music for anybody other than me. You know what I mean? Like, because there's fucking loudspeakers there, and I'm able to play loud music. You know, like, you know what I mean? That I can fucking hear over anything. You know, it's like, from that point, when you go up there and you're not fucking playing music because Sabrina, your friend, told you to in the car outside, and you're up there like, you know, high as fuck off life just because you're playing music that you fucking love or made or like whatever the fucking case may be. If somebody approaches you after that and is like, dude, I fuck with you, that's like a genuine connection in my opinion, because like you didn't just go in there and try and crowd please. You actually made a fucking connection with somebody who like approached you off of something that you like genuinely. So like that's like straight up like where I come from with that. Like work, you know, changing my name I think is completely like people pleasing, like that, you know. And that's what it really boiled down to, is like he was literally saying, wouldn't you offend somebody? And it's like, bro, there's somebody out there named Marilyn Manson who's like the most fucking famous person in the world.
There are worse things out there than somebody's name.
And yeah, you know, and it's like, if you want to really talk about it and me be me, like if somebody has a fucking problem from 1970, like you got deeper fucking issues, like literally. That dude got beat to death after 2 weeks of being in jail, and it was done. That case closed. I'm just an artist out here trying to make a living. For real. But, you know, like I said, I go on stage to play music for me, and from that, I've made friends who are simply just people who liked what I did, and they're like, wow, that was sick. And I'm like, I fuck with you even more then, because, like, I didn't go out there and play this music for you. Granted, now every single set I play, you're gonna vibe with me because you know that what I like is what you like, you know. And that's why people call people sellouts. That's why people, you know, say don't sell your soul, you know, stuff like that. It's like, you have to be real, like especially when it comes to like music, a business, you know, making friends, relationships, like life, you know. Like me as a person outside of music, like if there was no music, if there was no Ableton, if there was no fucking anything out there, there's no DAWs, there's no nothing, there's no sound, you know. You still have to be a person. You still have to like fuck with like a person, you know. And that's where like me as like why I do this whole thing. That's why I like make music, and I'm trying to be out here and like be somebody in a sense. Like I don't want fame, I just want friends. If that if that doesn't sound so desperate, you know. It's not like I'm looking for people, you know. It's like I'm just trying to connect people and, you know, show people that you literally can do whatever the fuck you want, and I know everybody says that because you know it's millennial 2008 thing to say, but literally, you know, like you literally can turn. Like I was so opposite left field at one point, and am now sitting in the same room people I worship have sat and talked to you, and you know what I mean. It's like I came from New York with $20 and am now doing this, and it's like my dream. So at the end of the day, like, you have to be real. You have to be. I think that's what's gotten me this far, you know? Like, a lot of people have questioned my, what's the word? Sanity, or, like, understanding, I guess, you know? It's like, do you really think that you're just gonna be able to, like, make music and everything's gonna be okay? And I'm like, you know, 3 years in it, then I'm alright.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude, people pleasing, you have to be real, you know, and I think that's like, they go hand in hand. It's like, if you're gonna try and please somebody and you're real about it and then they're pleased, that's like, again, genuine. I'm always going for genuine shit. I'm always trying to speak to the heart, you know, because I feel like there's a lot of people out there who like find time to make their real life and their artist life like completely different in the bad ways. Don't get me wrong, there's a time for home life and there's a time for artist life. But like I bring Alex to the table every time. Me personally. You know what I mean? Like you know, like I don't lie to people, I don't fucking butter shit up, like I don't you know, I'm real. Like I'm 1000%. So at the end of the day, gotta be real.
What's been the reaction to your music lately?
That's a pretty cool question. I really, at the moment, I like, am like in the background of things, like trying to find people that are like really good artists and that I can like talk to and be like, hey, like give me some advice, like some tips. You know, everybody out here is learning, and it was really cool to like. I met 50K, or I haven't met him, but I got his number and we started talking, and that's what I meant by that. I meet him on Friday, but I really like, as much as I like try not to fanboy, I like fuck with that fool's music. I like love that fool's music, and like at the same time, he's like very unknown in a sense. So like, you know, talking to him, I was like, how come you're not playing shows? How come you're not like out there? And it's just like cool to meet people who are completely unaware in a sense. Like he was like, I don't even know that exists. Like I could do that, like, you know. And it's like, whoa, that's crazy. And then out of nowhere, he was like, your new tune Gluttony is like really cool. Like I reposted it. Like we should collab. Da da da. And actually, I've been begging him to collab, but that was when it actually went down. But it's just cool, you know. Like, yeah, it's stuff like that. You know, like I'm very in my mind, like I'm super overthinker. Like I like
deep thinker.
I'm a deep thinker, dude. Like I kill myself, literally. You know, I beat myself up like crazy. I'll make crazy music that all my homies are like, whoa, and I like you sit on it because I just like depression and anxiety is fucking real. Side note.
Is that what it is?
It's just crazy, yeah. I mean,
It stops you from putting out music?
yeah, dude, a lot of people. I mean, I think that's like a blanket statement for a lot of people at this point, but like I'm 26 years old. Like I'm like 10 years in. You know, like there's a lot of people out here who are like depressed and like are fucking 16, and it's like go through puberty. You know, like no, whatever. It's I don't want to talk about that, but 50K said my music was cool, and that was like a big thing for me. You know, like I like will go on long car rides and like play his music. You know, and it's like those stepping stones for people who are like doubters or like who are real people. You know, I think that just boils back to like what I said about myself. You know, like being real comes hand in hand with like trying to show people that like you're real as fuck and we'll, you know, say what's up and like blah 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 and be like this cool guy, but like it also comes with like being real and like I have fucking emotions and I care and like I'm super feelsy. I, you know, I'm like so both sides, you know? So like hearing when somebody that's like you super appreciate and are like, you know, want to talk to and look up to in a sense is like, hey, your music is cool. Even just that, you know? Even like my homie Jake, who like makes completely different style of music, you know, hip hop beats and knows a lot of all these things and like says your music is fucking good and you're like, wow, your music is good too, you know? And it's like this give and take at this point, you know, of like finally understanding, you're like, wow, I'm worth something, you know, wow, I'm here, you know, like maybe I'm not, you know, all these amazing names but I stand in the same room as them sometimes, you know, and it's like, it's a cool feeling, getting that reaction, you know, the reaction to my music is always like different, because like, now I've tried to like broaden my field, you know, I was literally like, I want to make bouncy rhythm like chips, like, like, that's it, and if I don't, like, I have to find another name for it, but it's like, me being this person and like, trying to equally be Alex Bulla and also be DEFFREY JAHMER, and them not outweigh each other. It's like, you know, if I feel sad, I'm gonna make something that's like sad DEFFREY JAHMER. You know, I'm gonna, you know, trying to like, that's a different thing of what I said last time. You know, as remember I was like, I make house as gnome, even though that's still true. But like, if I had made something that was feelsy back then, I feel like I would have told you I would try and put it out as an alias. I'm like trying to accept the whole. Like, if I want to fucking make something, like, I am me, this is me, you know? Like, I am Alex, I am also this artist, DEFFREY JAHMER, that I'm trying to make. You know, it's like, trying to be super genuine, dude, you know?
So, as far as your music career, at this point, what do you feel is something that could take you to the next level?
Learning a lot more, like, key or critical elements of production, you know,
just getting better at producing overall.
Yeah, you know, it's like when you like are like really good at a sport and then like some kid like comes or like some kid comes that gets like put on the team from like a different school or whatever and he's just super fucking good, but you're able to like pick out and weed the things that he's like doing differently that make him just that much better, that you could like learn from. You know what I'm saying? And then like you know, there was nobody on your team that was that good and like you could learn from like that. So it's like, you know, like the homie, like I gotta give a shout out to Marbles, you know, like Justin, like every time I go over, like I've been like down and I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do here. And it's like, you just get that one homie who's like, I'm not gonna like, you know, hold your hand and like walk you across the fucking water, but like, I'm gonna like tell you, you know, a good way to build a boat. You know, and it's like people like that, dude. You know, I don't know. I feel like you have to be insane to just go and like figure it out. And trust me, there's people out there I know like Infect who sat there and just fucking figured it out. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what makes him a fucking legend. But like, me personally, I'm gonna just be completely honest, like through high school I needed to raise my hand to ask the teacher if I didn't understand something. You know, it wasn't like my brain would just plug the socket in and it would be like, I get it. You know, so it's kind of like that for me personally. You know, if I don't understand something, I text somebody and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z, is there a way you know how to do that? And if they tell me a certain way, I go tweak it from there, and that's what as of right now, you know, gets the DEFFREY JAHMER sound. That's another thing actually that's kind of recent for me. I like have gotten a sound finally. I like.
You think you're getting there?
Yeah, exactly. Good way to put it. Yeah, I at least think that. Like I found a synth that I really like, and every which way I like bend or change the wavetable position, it sounds really good for me, and like it's also really good for like collabing with people. Like my synth is the lead synth in the Frosty collab. My lead synth is underneath all the synths that are in the Yoga Fire collab. So it's like, it's cool. That's another, you know, that was another cool thing. Like with Brian, like the 50K thing where I went over Lazy Flex's house and I was like, what do you think of this? And, you know, played in the synth and he was like, that's really cool. You know, it's like, you make friends in the industry who like, you have to like tell like, bro, you gotta be brutal, you know, like you don't want to make a fucking friend who's good at music, but like at the same time, can we smoke a joint?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But at the same time, it's gonna like baby you. You feel me? Cause like you get that one friend who's like, yeah, this is good, and then like he hypes you the fuck up, and it's not a good track. It's like, you know, are you gonna let me fucking drown out here? You know, it's like I love the brutality. You know what I mean? Like
Well, just being honest.
Yeah, of course. I feel like I've talked about that too much so far.
It's important. It's important.
Veering away from it. Yeah, but that's so key. You know what I mean? Like it's so important. You know, and I think that's like I keep saying, making the new friends thing I spoke about. I don't think it's new friends, but it's me learning about myself more. What not to say, what to say, what people to be around, and what to say there, and this, and what to do, and all these things, and a big help with understanding and learning people has been, like Graham Greene, Al Ross, Lazy Flex, all these people who you can just, anybody, literally anybody can turn to and be like, hey, what's your opinion on this? And like, it's pretty cool that, these guys who everybody, a lot of people look up to, and a lot of people are like, starstruck by or something, that will literally just turn around and help you. So, personally, I think, well, okay, what I'm thinking about, can I get a lighter? But, yeah, I was gonna say, recently I've been reading this book. I always forget the fucking name, but there's a part called, speaking last, and it's always like talking about how if you speak last, you can learn what everybody says in the conversation of people,
Get the most information
and generate what you say off of, based off of, you got a lighter or what? Based off of what everybody says, and I was talking with Brian when we were doing our collab, and I said I watched this jail show where they said people have two eyes, thank you, sir, 2 eyes and 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should be doing twice as much watching and listening as you do talking. And like we both were like, and Lazy Flex is so fucking smart, dude. Like that fool makes amazing music, but like not to talk too much about him because I want him to remain my friend. No, but Brian's a fucking shit, dude. He helps me so much with like, knowing where to go, what to say, and just learning how, like that this is a business, and we're here to make money, not friends. No, but yeah, dude.
So what's the plan for that track, the Lazy Flex track?
Good question. We were literally talking about that today. Yeah, shout out fucking Brian. I love you. You're the greatest.
Yeah, we gotta get him back in here.
Right?
Yeah.
He literally lives on being in his house, like in his music den. He like thrives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like
he just makes music every day.
That's it. You can hear him sizzling when he's not.
That's dope as fuck.
Like a vampire in the sun. He's like when he's not in there. No, but the plan on that, it's cool for me to actually say this. I think it's gonna be my first label release because he really wants to try and get it some like exposure, and I like was really happy on that because I fucking tried my best. Like jumping into all this and everything. Like I knew a lot. I knew where I wanted to go. I knew where I wanted to go. Did I just say that? What I wanted to do, maybe, whatever. But where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do. That's what I meant to say. And just meeting people like Lazy Flex and Al Ross and all these like really, really big people that I respected. I just like didn't know there was like legitimately like a whole nother 16 realms to learn. You know what I mean? Like you don't like you don't fully give yourself like the full span because you just don't know.
Unless you actually start something, you're not going to figure the rest out.
Right, you know, like Marvel's put it a good way the other day to me when we were talking. He said, you know, somebody knows that they want to be a doctor, but they have to go through doctor school to get there. You know, like they know their potential, but you have to go through all this, you know. And it was like I knew my potential, I just didn't know. You were the easiest handoff. I was gonna have one. Let me give it to you. But I just didn't like think about it to the extent that I should have, like coming into it. So like when I jumped into everything, I was like, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to do that, and like, to be honest, I wasn't. Like I really wasn't. I was like an amazing, you know, DJ. I had a few tracks, but I just wanted, like I was like too energetic and too hyper for what I wanted to like do. So like I had to step back and like realize, you know, like you know, you have a chance to like, you know, mess around with people who are fucking important, you know, especially to you. So, you know, I like took time to learn a lot of shit, and I was like really, really thankful that Brian turned around, because that, what was it, like 2 or 3 months ago I asked him, hey, like you know, I went over his house at one point. We had a mutual friend that we went over there with, and that's like, you know, the first time I really met him. And I was like, hey, are you down to collab? And he was it was probably equally like, hey, I don't know you, and also, hey, like I don't know how you produce, and like I didn't know the extent of what somebody like Lazy Flex knows, you know? So I was really happy that now, after putting so much time and energy into trying to like, you know, climb this ladder, you know, I was really thankful he was down to do some shit. So we talked to the RIDDIM network about putting it out, but that didn't happen, I guess. I got the word on that today that it didn't happen. So I'm going to try and talk to Shadow Phoenix or Damage Sounds as of right now. That's the spoiler. But yeah, that tune is fire. I really like it. And I like how abstract it is. It's not, I mean, it is, you know, the straightforward, you know, 4-on-4, whatever you want to call it, rhythm. But it's unique, and I think that's why
It's definitely unique.
That's why I love Brian so much, because like, dude, the other day while we were making this tune, he was like, we were in the car and he was like, I think I'm sitting on like, and he counted and he was like 14 unreleased tracks, and we laughed about it, and I was like, damn, what the fuck? And like, they're all done, they're all like extremely good. And then we got back to his house to work on it, and he was like, yo, I lied, I think I'm sitting on like 31 tracks.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh my god. And like, he's a legend, that guy. What else?
So, alright. You have the collab with Lazy Flex.
I have a collab with Lazy Flex, I have a collab with Frosty, I have a collab with Talks.
How many tracks are you
No
sitting
names.
on?
I'm sitting on Log, Gara, Crybaby, Something Sweet with Jake, but okay, I'm not gonna name collabs. Gara, Log, Crybaby, Shinky, Jiraiya. Nope, Jiraiya's a collab with fuck. Shinky and Itachi. And Flex. So that's 6. And I think there's one more. Can I look? Hold on.
Is most of your stuff collabs?
Well, honestly, I think I'm trying to keep it equal right now. I think I have like 6 collabs and 6 originals right now, but like I literally, the only collab that I'm starting from here on out is with 50K on Friday. That's it. Like, I think we're making a Cowboy Bebop tune. Just spoiler alert, but like that's it. Cause like, yeah, like Zabuza was supposed to be a solo track, but I showed it to Frosty and I fuck with that fool, and I love Brian, so he was like, dude, can I jump on that? And I'm honestly happy I like had him get on it, because it's a really cool tune and I like it. But other than that, I have. Shit. Now getting the hotspot, but. Yeah. Okay.
50K.
Yeah. No. I was just thinking of tracks I'm sitting on because I started Shinky last night and I got halfway through it. And that's gonna be a solo. So 6, and then yeah, I have like Something Sweet, Shatter, Ashes with Jake, and I think Ashes we're gonna put out as a free download. Probably like 2 weeks after Gara, just for the fuck of it, or like do like a giveaway or something, and then that'll be part of it. I think there's other ones, but yeah, at least 6 tunes, at least. Oh, Ramona Flowers. That's like, personally, I think that one's like a very good, like, foot in the door for me. I mean, it's not anything huge, you know, but it's like a very bouncy, feelsy, in your face, Scott Pilgrim inspired tune. And I really like it. It's got a fucking dope ass interlude that I feel like everybody can go like this too in the clip. For real. But yeah, I knew there was one more. I'm sure I think there's another one also. But and I think actually I keep saying 2 weeks about Gara, but I think it's less. I think it's like 8 days that I'm gonna put out Gara. And that tune's really good too. I'm just gonna I got this whole like mentality. That's a really long piss that he took. But I got this whole vision from Monks in a sense, you know. He was like at a point like putting out a tune a week. It was just like, whether I'm big or not, like I'm gonna put out this song, and then 7 days later I'm gonna put out this song, and then 7 days later I'm gonna put out this song, and it was just like over and over and over and over. And it was like, it got to a point where people were like, oh, you know, this isn't even good, they all sound the same in a sense, but it was like, it's still a tune and a different tune, and it's like that quantity, you know. And it was like,
You remember it after a while.
you couldn't get it out of your face. And like, I want to do something like that, you know. It's like, be equally like driven like that, you know. It's like, I have music, you know. And like, that's all I've been doing. Like I talked to Alex recently, Al Ross, shout out you, I love you. And he's gonna be giving me, he's actually giving a lot of people lessons right now, but I luckily got put on the roster because he had like 2 people left or whatever when I asked. And but like, you know, don't be afraid to ask for help, you know, in any sense. Like that's my homie, but at the same time I want to fucking learn some shit that's like gonna get me somewhere, you know. And I'm like, you don't get help unless you ask. You don't know unless you ask, you know. So that's exciting. Yeah, I'm excited for that actually, cause like there's so much shit that I want to fucking learn from him, and I've just been scared to ask, but being that it's a lesson, it'll be cool, cause it's actually like for asking questions about music.
So that's something that's music related, but different than producing, obviously. I know you're doing a live mix next week, right?
It's not live. It's already. I recorded. I recorded it off fucking Ford CDJs in a Guitar Center, but yeah, and then went home and fucking put watermarks in it.
It works.
Dude, I had like 7 hours, and Daisy was like, "Get this to me, or you're not doing it." I was like, "Please," but it worked. It worked out. Yeah, next week, Red House Radio. What's today?
What other music stuff are you
I
doing?
think it was yesterday that Lazy Flexes came out, and the week before that was Rejack, and the week before that was Ben's Mixer. Check it out, Red House Radio. I fuck with the Red House dudes hard. I love them. Other with music, what am I doing? Like, as with that you said?
Just like music stuff. That's not producing.
Not producing. I play a show tomorrow with these people with Cosmic Beach. I've never met them before, but they were interested. I went to a Space Yacht show and they introduced themselves to me and asked me to be on the lineup. My homie Osiris is playing. I love you, Sarah. But
That's a Choppa.
Choppa Dunks is friend. Yeah. There's that tomorrow. I was supposed to play, or I wasn't actually supposed to play, but I questioned Lazy Flex about a show on the 5th, and I fucked up and lost the chance to play it because it just in that blink of an eye.
The 5th
of September. It's the Bay Spectrum show. If anybody sees this interview before then,
Lazy Flex is on that?
Go check it out. He's not. But he asked me, hey, are you interested? And I was like, what's it about? And that was not the question.
Do you know who's on that?
Yeah. The people playing are Sleege, Back to Pack Panda.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They dropped it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And who else? Gino, fucking Oracle. I forget who else, but some other people. Bossy. Yeah, dude. Been just like kicking it. Other than doing music, literally, I got a new job at a vitamin distribution company. Literally, I just walk around all day and fucking like make sure shit's in check. That's it. From 6 in the morning until 2:30 with my homie Jake. And my homie Nathan. Shout out Nathan, I fucking love you.
Is that how you guys met?
Nah.
No?
But I met cousin Nathan. I love you. That's like my best friend ever. Yeah. But I literally just work from 6 to 2. Make music until I fucking pass the fuck out. Like, I'm trying like to write or start something every day. I at least start something every day or start something with this fool every day.
So are you going that route? The more I'm going to put out a bunch of tracks over the whole project-based production.
I think so, but at the same time, I want to also have like an arsenal of like really good like Log is like my favorite like track right now that like I like send the homies to like play out. But you know I want to like make a couple more of those that are just like, hey, like I mean fucking business and like play this shit, and like not put those out for a minute, and those like get label releases or turn them into plates. Sorry, I'm broken. Have to sell music. I'm sorry. I know that's frowned upon, but hey. Other than that, like I said, I'm trying to. It turned off. Is that what you said? Hell yeah. That's like my favorite thing. Like,
When it turns off?
No, when people say that it turns off, not it went out. Like it turned off, dude.
It went out.
Somebody hit the switch. It went out. It turned off. But the only other thing is I'm moving. And like moving my fucking life forward. I'm moving with my best friend ever. I love him.
Who's your best friend?
His name is Nathan. He makes music and it's stupid fire, but he doesn't come out and like do anything or put his music out yet. He goes by Blotter because he makes experimentals. He doesn't make rhythm. I mean, he will if I like am like, hey, make rhythm with me. But it has to like have some melodic flow. Like he's like very precise. Like
just make some new type of rhythm.
Right.
Some crazy shit.
He likes like Hesh and Ben's mixer, like because Ben's mixer is like melodic like that and uses melodies a lot. I did not drink enough for this. Wow.
I feel like the guys that do that are dope. Dope as fuck. Man.
Hell yeah! If you can make fucking melodic shit work in your dubstep, I appreciate you because I cannot usually. Like in the fucking drop. Like Lazy Flex, I don't mean to keep talking about Brian, but fuck man, that fool makes fire ass music. Like, dude, hit that fool's track Stacking Bricks, there's like a melodic part that is so good. It's not out yet, but that is so good.
When's that dropping? Do you know?
I don't fucking know. He could drop it 6 years from now because he's got 20,000 fucking amazing tracks. No, let me chill. I don't know. I really don't. Right now, I'm focused on putting out as much free content for people to play out, sending out free content for people to play out, getting booked, whether at this point, whether I'm getting paid or not. Seriously, you know? I just like want exposure. I want people to know, I mean, fucking business and my music is out there to mean business. And I just care, you know? I really do give a fuck. I'm changing everything that my platform was about, not structurally wise, but like, let's just say like, I don't want to use the word morally because I wasn't a fucking like crazy predator, you know, psycho. But like, you know, I just want to do better. Like as a person, as a musician, for my friends, for the people around me. Just like, you know, do better. Seriously. That's why I quit smoking cigarettes. Why I want to eat better. Just like that kind of shit. Life shit.
Yeah. Your best.
Yeah, the best me, you know? Like, I had two...
Are you living your best life?
Exactly. I had two close friends check me, and I was, instead of being like a fucking teenager asshole and being like, you know what, fuck you, you don't know me, I was like, wait a minute. You might be onto something. You might be onto something. Let me step out of my fucking clown shoes. I didn't step out of all my clown clothes, as you see, but the shoes.
It's a lifestyle, right?
It's a lifestyle, exactly. I didn't graduate from clown college for nothing.
All right, Deffrey.
All right.
Anything else?
Where can people find you? Right.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to talk about?
Anything else I want to talk about? I mean, the weed is fire. Thanks for the weed.
Your weed's pretty good too.
Back at ya.
Fire.
Nah. I love you guys. Thank you for putting up with my shit.
We'll probably do a part 3 sometime.
Dude, right?
Yeah.
There'll be something wrong. There'll be something on the wall I didn't like, or you know.
It'll be up for like 2 weeks, so you better watch it right now.
Yeah, you better get on it. I'll be like, I said like the word like too many times. I'm gonna need you to take that down.